Let's do it. Sobeys Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. If you've not been following along since we launched Edmonton Sports Talk last September, we have Sobeys Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. This segment every week available as its own podcast on the platform, all your platforms, wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. That way, if you absolutely hate the rest of our content and the rest of our show, you can just go and only listen to Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. So find that on all the podcasts and platforms. Segments always packaged and put out on our YouTube channel as well. We've got Cole Boyd from Bent Stick, very popular brewery, joining us today. Trev, can you make sure his mic's fired up? How you doing, man?
Pretty good, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. We got like that. I know we're going to talk about the Unity Brew Alberta Beer Week. We're going to get into let's start with that. But I do want to dive into what you got going on Bent Stick as well. But tell me about the Unity Brew. Who comes together for this, and what is Alberta Beer Week?
Yeah, so we kick Alberta Beer Week off every year with the Alberta Small Brewers Convention. So we just had that at the West in downtown.
Oh, nice.
And so there's some information sessions and some casual social. And then after is the Alberta Beer Awards. And so 2 nights ago, we had the Alberta Beer Awards, and my voice is still gone from it.
Wow. So it was that good of time.
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
And so then today is sort of the official start of Alberta Beer Week for the non-industry folk. And so back in August, we got together at Blind Man Brewing with all the Alberta Small Brewers Association members that wanted to come down. We brewed this Unity Brew here, and this year we did a Vienna lager. And so I should probably know, but I don't remember how long we've been doing this for. It's probably been 10, 12 years that we've been doing this Unity Brew. And so someone hosts, and all of the ingredients, the packaging supplies, the kegs, everything are donated. And we get together, we have a few beers, and we brew the beer and get to visit with one another and hang out. It's a pretty close-knit community, so it's good to have this sort of those things.
When you're putting together the Unity Brew, do you just you bring a bunch of different beers and just sort of mix them together and find one that works? You're like, hey, let's make this.
It's more of the, hey, let's make this.
Okay.
There's a committee that sits down and it's like, well, we made this last year, we made this the year before. Maybe people would want this, or this would be a fun thing that's going on, or a supplier wants to highlight this ingredient. They're going to donate it all. Stuff like that.
Okay. No, that's good.
Yeah. This year it's a Vienna lager, so kind of like an amber brown lager.
Okay. Well, let's try it. Let's start with this. We'll try these other ones that you brought here too, but let's dive into this Unity Brew.
Yeah, so this is brewed at Blind Man Brewing in Lacombe. They were nice enough to donate all their time and supplies.
Shout out to Blind Man.
Yeah, and Unity Brew is always funny because there's 2 people that do all of the work, and the rest of us get to stand around and be like, oh yeah, nice work you're doing over here.
No, I don't want to take a shot here, but city workers.
Yeah.
It's basically what Unity Brew is, right? I think
it's our tryout to be a city worker.
Yeah. Sorry, city workers. Low blow, but it was a real easy reference, so I took advantage of it.
Yeah, so it's just a nice amber color.
Why is it called Vienna? What's the deal with that?
It would have originated in that Vienna region in Europe.
So it's slightly different than.
Yeah. And so there's a type of malt that goes in there, the Vienna malt, which is that sort of darker barley malt.
Well, cheers to Unity Brewing. Hey, that's a good cause.
Yeah, a little toasty, a little easy.
Is that the word for it? Toasty?
Yeah, kind of like that. You get a little almost like a bread crust sort of flavor coming off it.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a good way to describe it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not super heavy. You can drink a bunch of them, and all of the proceeds from this go to the Small Brewers Association. So and they do a bunch of work just advocating for us to have.
How many members are What's that? Tell me about that Brewers Association.
I think there's 130 breweries in Alberta now, and 80 members or something like that. So
are the other 50 a rogue organization, and is there back alley fights?
There's. No, it's good.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I had to ask. Very curious about that.
Yeah, the hard-hitting questions.
Where do you come out on sausage on pizza?
Well, I'm pro sausage.
Yeah. I think most of us are pro sausage. It's just a different level. I'm not anti-sausage by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah. But he's very pro sausage.
Your point of it being removed from the casing for the crumble is the move, though.
That's the crumble.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want the sausage crumble. I think that's the big one. Yeah. All right. What else you bring in?
Yeah, because we're here for Alberta Beer Week and celebrating Unity Brew. I brought a couple other beers one from ourselves with the Haymaker, and then brought a beer from Blind Men and their double CDA, which won an award at the awards on Wednesday.
Very nice.
And then a beer from Polyrhythm. They're just kind of
we've had them in. Yeah,
they're good folks. Make a mean hot dog, and their beers are awesome too.
The Bent Stick, that green label is very, very, very familiar. You guys have that at a bunch of different places.
Yeah, it's kind of all around. And it won the 3rd best beer in Alberta on Wednesday. So we're pretty
congratulations!
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, well done. What was the best beer? Remember?
Alley Cat and Fallen Timber Meadery made a big Doppelbock. Which
Really?
was like an 8% dark
A
lager.
Doppelbock.
Yeah.
The hell is that?
Yeah.
Sounds like a Spider-Man villain.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Pollinator was the name of it.
The Pollinator.
Yeah.
And we're partners with Alley Cat. I haven't even tried this Pollinator yet. We're gonna have to get our
Shake
hands on
hand
that.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's try your guys' first.
into
Let's
some haymakers? Sweet.
Yeah, I've had this a few times at golf courses. You have it at a few golf courses.
Starting to get around a little bit.
Pretty
yeah.
sure I've seen it at a few golf courses. Yeah. Oh, that's good. What was this one? This is
This is the Haymaker. It's a weeded lager. Yeah.
all right. A weeded lager.
Yeah.
Is there another name for a weeded lager? Or is it just
No, I think we kind of made it up.
okay?
And
Big pours today. Hey, Trev, this is real nice. Yeah, ever since we put these bigger glasses over there, we're basically just having 4 beers in the morning, which is which is a little bit different than the shots we used to have. So is this your staple? Like what's
Yeah,
what's,
this is it's our pale yellow beer we brew all the time. So I think we've done like 12 different recipe tweaks on this, making it
No
like
way.
the lager we want to have every day.
how much of a noticeable, like each tweak from tweak to, I'm sure from 1 to 12 it's a big difference, but how much do you actually notice? Like what I noticed that.
Yeah, it was.
I would.
You would have like from batch 1 to batch 2. It was
Yeah.
a pretty big one, and
Okay.
then it got narrower and narrower and narrower until you're just kind of like in the weeds, minutia kind of thing. But
All right, beautiful. Let's cheers to Lieutenant Eric, who's on on vacation for the
shout out
next
to
few days.
vacation.
Let's go.
Man,
Yeah, it's just a delightful beer.
it's just easy drinking.
Based off the scent, the taste is quite different.
We call it the nose.
The nose,
right?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
The nose
on that
on this
Cultured
one's
man.
different from the taste. I like this a lot. Wow.
Yeah, it's crisp and easy drinking. We use a hop called Saphir, kind of gives some like green melon
where-
and floral notes.
Really?
Yeah,
Where's that from?
Germany.
Really? So you guys bring it over for Germany?
Yeah, there's
On a
kind-
big boat?
I assume it comes.
It must come on a boat.
Yeah, I've never jumped aboard
I
myself.
would think probably boat and then truck, possibly train. Who knows?
Yeah, usually truck.
Yeah. So when you guys bring some in, how much would you bring in to like run a batch of this stuff?
Like there's probably like 15, 20 kilos that goes into like a batch of one
Into
of
a batch of this? Okay.
But we're say you do that 12 times a year.
Yeah.
It all goes to a big warehouse in like the Lower Mainland, and then we truck it from there.
Okay, trucked in. Nice. All right, where are we going next? What are we going to do?
Go down the street to Pollinator.
Okay.
And so this is their mixed tape hazy IPA.
Did you say they've got great hot dogs?
Great hot dogs.
Really?
Yeah. Stu Chell is taking over their food program there. And
What's so special about the hot dog? Describe it to me.
he makes the hot dog. So like the tube steak is
Like he makes a like what?
yeah, like from scratch. It's artisanal tube steaks.
So if I was to go there and order a hot dog, he'd make it on the spot, kind of.
Well, like the dog is
makes
meat,
them. Yeah.
but like
but he makes it.
yeah.
Cool.
So that's
kind of neat.
yeah. They've got some French inspired hot dog with like blue cheese and stuff on it now. Like,
What?
Yeah.
Wow, real fancy hot dog place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and good beer, obviously.
Yeah. Great beer and the bougie glizzy.
And what's this one?
This is the mixtape hazy IPA.
I think we might have had this one before.
Yeah, I think so.
Just
Chelsea's a really good brewer over there. She's on the board of the Small Brewers Association.
Okay.
Does a bunch of work. And
just like your favorite old school mixtape, we made you a compilation using some of our favorite hops. Big berry and fresh. Oh wow, big berry and fresh orange citrus with a gentle bitterness. Okay.
bunch of wordsmiths.
Yeah, no doubt. What are you smelling there? What are we smelling there? What are you getting?
Well, there's some citrus for sure.
Definitely the citrus. I'm trying. What was the berry they said?
Big
Just
berry.
big berry. All right. Cheers. Here, let's cheers to the Edmonton Oilers' first regular season win coming up later this weekend.
Perfect.
Okay, this is a very interesting beer.
Yeah, it's quite tasty.
Yeah, that is. I was expecting to kind of get punched in the face, but it's super smooth.
Yeah.
It's almost like an orange juice.
Yeah, that's sort of the thing with these hazy IPAs is like, mid 2000s, they got the bad name of IPAs are all like bitter and when it ripped.
Is that when that was mid 2000?
Yeah, we got in this like hops arms race and tried to make beer the most bitter thing possible. We tricked everyone that it was a good idea.
It's like the Monday Night Wars of wrestling.
Yeah.
Hops arms race. I love it.
And then we were like, oh, they can be delicious without being punny and bitter, and that's sort of
There's
where this
no
came
bitterness
around.
to this at all, really.
No.
That's what when I said punch in the face, I was expecting some bitterness, but it doesn't exist in this. Wow.
Yeah, she's good at what she does over there.
That is really good. Awesome. All right, and now let's Blind Man. What do we got from Blind Man?
Blind Man, I brought a big one. They won an award with this. It's 7.6%, and it's like this one will be more bitter, but it's called a Cascadian Dark Ale, so it's like dark and hoppy.
Holy smokes! So how many different categories are there at these beer awards?
I want to say, well, there was 500 beers, over 500 beers submitted, and there would have, I think there was like 20 some categories.
Really?
And then, yeah.
That's pretty impressive then.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
To win an award there. It's what are the awards? You get a plaque or something?
Yeah, there's like these little
a bronze beer.
Like,
that'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, there's the Canada Beer Cup where you actually get like a trophy you can drink out of, which is that.
I mean, that does make sense.
Yeah.
Everything should probably be along those lines. All right, let's take a look at this can here for Blind Man. Oh, look at this. What's better than a long weekend? 4 of them. That makes sense. We love the vibe and excitement and pure juiciness of DIPAs.
The double IPA.
The double IPA. Okay. DIPA? Is that what we call it? A DIPA? Cool. Yeah. So we're going to do a DIPA for every long weekend. Another something. Okay, this makes sense. Cascadian Double Dark IPA. Oh, boy. She is dark, isn't she?
Yeah, they won an award for this beer, and then Polyrhythm got like 3 on Wednesday. So
3 awards.
Yeah.
Wow.
Edmonton showed up pretty well at the awards. It was pretty fun to see.
Good. Take that, Calgary.
Let's go. LT
Right
would love this one.
Cheers to Edmonton being the beer leader in the province.
Hell yeah.
Is that
Talking
2
about-
bowls?
that's what I'm talking
I'll
about.
take it.
Okay,
City
there
of
we go.
Champions. Let's go.
Lieutenant Eric would love this. You're right. See, every time I have a dark beer, I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna be super stout. It's like a stout. Like that's in my mind.
Yeah.
That's not what this is, though. I don't think.
No, this is, it's a hoppy IPA. I mean, it's got those darker malts like a stout would have, but it's not Guinness.
No, it's not Guinness.
Yeah.
That's why Eric would love this because he's always just putting out pictures at like 11 o'clock at night, somewhere random with a Guinness.
Spin the G.
Yeah, no, this is good.
Oh,
It's really good.
Winter's right around the corner, right by a fire. This is awesome. I really like this.
You like to have fires outdoor in the winters?
Or like inside the house.
Oh, inside the
Fireplace.
house. Oh,
Yes.
by a fireplace.
Yes.
Look at you. What is
one
this
right
saying? Bougie?
With a rocking chair.
With a fireplace? A very
This is
bougie
good.
boy.
This is
yeah.
really good.
No, this is this is nice. This is great stuff, man. Thanks very much for bringing the by. Now, the Unity Brew, that's the beer of the week.
Yeah.
It's on special, $14.99. I think,
Yeah, it's a
for
pretty good
4-pack.
deal on it. And all the proceeds go to supporting small local beer in Alberta. A lot of us are using more and more malt that's grown here and malted here. And
So has the production levels of that, has that increased because of how much the industry has grown here? Like, are people setting up shop and banging out more of that?
yeah. So there's a couple, specifically in this Unity Brew, there's Hogarth Malt and Redshed Malting out of Panhold and Olds. And they're just small family farms, and then started to take their own production and then malt it and bring it up. And so they sort of give us new flavors to play with. And
Yeah.
those have opened up sort of in the Redshed's 10 years this year. So
Oh, awesome, man. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you very much for coming in. Really appreciate
appreciate you
it.
guys having me.
If you are listening right now or watching right now, text Beer Me to 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. We got a $50 gift card to Sobeys and Safeway Liquor. So if you want that, text Beer Me right now. We'll let you slide out, man. We're going to wrap up the show. And we got the hangout coming up here right away. You'll see with the rest of these beers, we have a nice beer fridge right around the corner there. We're going to throw these in. That's, man, these are all 4 of them. And I'm not a dark beer guy, but that dark double IPA, buddy, that's pretty good beer. Eric would absolutely
good.
love this beer. We'll save this for him.
We have to.
These 2 right here. Belsey, if you're watching when you come in on Wednesdays and take beer, don't touch these 2. Those are for us. Those are for LT. All right, let's get into the wrap for William Huff.